the Enagic families, you know, will not treat you the way you should be treated, and that's good. I think these people never appear in public, I mean, in forums where we all come together from different groups. And in Vancouver, we have a so-called dream team, which we're not successful in going after them. And yes, as you said, they advancing like crazy. And we have ton of people who are reporting them and they coming over. I got a few into my group who were there, and they have no clue about the machine, about the business, about the waters, about the benefits, nothing. So we are trying hard. I think there's few people in Vancouver, a few top distributors are saying that we should make a union and go as together as a big group of people to compliance against these people. Maybe that way we will be taken seriously because, as you said, so far we got absolutely nothing from Enagic. And it's Enagic's reputation more than ours, you know, but certainly we have the good distributors and we have the crooks. I just wanted to add this. Thank you.
Clara, thank you for that sharing. Yeah, I think we're talking of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately. Yeah, anybody else want to say something directed to Darryl, please? Hot Topics is on. Somebody. Otherwise, we will proceed to the next part of our agenda.
Yeah, I wanted to add something. Me too. I was attracted with those kind of people, and then I wanted to listen to them. I asked questions, and then they ended up telling me that they are using Enagic product. I said, "Wow, I'm in Enagic already." They say, "Oh no, if you're already on Enagic, you need to change the name, find another name so we can recruit you." I say, "No way, I can't do that. I can't have two names." So I just left them. That's what happened to me.
Yeah, I've heard of that a lot too. They are poaching other downlines as well, you know, because they're doing all their marketing and people don't realize what they're opting in for. And then once they find out, that they just say, yeah, but just, hey, make up a name or use a spouse and just buy from us and then build under us, which is called cross recruiting. So if there's ever any evidence of that, that can be reported to compliance at enagic.com as well, because cross recruiting is strictly forbidden as well.
I'm glad you didn't do it, Lydia.
Sorry.
I'm glad you didn't do it.
Yeah, because I'm clever. I'm sound mind.
Thank God. Thank God. Yeah. Anybody else have something to share with Darryl? Anyone? Well,
I can offer everybody a few updates on the Enagic web system itself, and give everybody a little bit of heads up on the direction that EWS has been taking lately. Many of you might not realize, even now. In fact, actually, can I share my screen? Let me go ahead and share my
Please,
screen.
yes.
Nope, I can't. It wants me to restart Zoom before I do it. I guess the last update needs a new permission. It wants to restart Zoom before it allows me to do it. Okay, so anyway, I was going to show you some of the new things that are going on. A lot of you EWS members, you might not realize, if you have the E2, it's a very popular website, the E2 website. Make sure you get into your back office, log in, go to your website settings and click on your E2 and configure it, because we have an entirely new E2 website that is out there right now. It's you can just click a button to switch to it, and if you need to for some reason, you can always just switch back. It's very easy to switch back and forth. But it's a very beautiful new presentation of the E2 website, still available in over 28 languages. So it has all the power that you need wrapped into a whole new, beautiful, more modern design. It also takes in a lot of nice new features from the brand new Eco site, which you might not be aware of, but that's been out for quite some time now. So definitely go check that out. It's a free upgrade. There's nothing you got to do but click a button. And also, you might not be aware of some of our new features that are coming out now. We're working on, we just published a new feature in the back office called social campaigns. This is a very powerful feature where people have a hard time getting their business and their brand moving online, and not everybody is a content writer. Not everybody can put out nice images and great posts and start building a brand online. So we developed this. Thanks, Rob. We developed the social campaign system here, and we published the first campaign that we're going to put out there, this King Water and its uses. And what this actually does is you come in here and you connect up your Facebook account after you get your Facebook business page running. And when you connect up your Facebook account, you can actually go into a social campaign and you can click start on the campaign. When you click start, it will put out a post automatically to your Facebook business page. That is, you can actually browse them right here in the back end if you want before you do it. And it will automatically do it like once every 2 days, once every 3 days, once every day, and trickle out branded messages for you in your Facebook, totally hands-free. So this is kind of a new focus that we're really putting a lot of attention to. For those of you who've been with us for a while, you know we've done a lot of one-click emails, and those are all stored as templates in the back office. We're switching our content right now, moving into developing social media posts that will always be loaded right here in the system. Now, there's a lot of power behind the system because you can create your own campaigns and create your own post templates. If you are posting at all in social media, it's a very good idea to don't do it in Facebook. Come to your back office and create your post here first. In doing so, what you're doing is creating a reusable resource. Right? If you go and throw it into Facebook, it's now gone. It's in Facebook. But if you come here, you're actually saving a post template. We got a huge library of millions of images that make it easy to find images to include in your post. And you save it here, and then you can post it, or you can add it to a campaign that goes out automatically. But do it here first. That way you're building your own library even of messages that you like to put out on your social media. And what's amazing here is as you do that, every one of us become leaders, right? So if we're doing our business, we become leaders, right? We're going to have our own teams, and we're going to be expected to lead our own teams as well. So when you're building your campaign posts like this, you end up saying, okay, I'm going to actually put this into a scheduled campaign and say one message per day for 30 days or 45 days, whatever it might be. You can actually schedule all that. And then what's amazing is this. There's that team share button right down there in the bottom of your campaign. And the team share button, you can copy the link. You can go to your team's Facebook group or whatever messenger you guys are using, paste that link to them. And when they click it, it will load your campaign into their back office. So the campaign that you developed now gets duplicated for your team members, whoever clicks your link. And all they got to do is go click start. And now they're using a social media campaign that you as their leader developed, that you know has been working well for you, and you get duplication. You want your team to duplicate what you're doing all the time. That's the goal. This system actually helps you do that. So if you're doing social media posting, you should be leveraging this tool. It really is amazing. And as you start fleshing it out, we're going to be adding content as well, so you can mix our content in as well. But as you're building this, always put your posts in here. You end up making a campaign. You can start duplicating those campaigns to your team. You can have many campaigns going on at once. So it's very versatile and very powerful system. not something you guys want to miss out on, because it also has really neat features I won't get into because I could really talk about the detail for like the next hour, but it has a lot of neat features that normally you don't get access to when you're posting directly to Facebook that improve conversions. So when you're putting out a post, you like people to be able to click your image and go to a landing page and actually opt in. That's helping to build your database. So this system manages all that for you. And so you're putting out your posts and you're automatically building your database in EWS. You don't even have to think about saying, go visit my website and go get my ebook. This system can do it all for you. So this is how everybody can get into your database. This is how you start generating your database and generating those opt-ins. And we're building additional tools like the new landing page feature. There off to the left. Not everybody will see this in their back office yet because it's in beta. So we only have a few more savvy members. If you want in beta, just ask us. But we have savvy members using the landing pages feature. And landing pages feature, it's a nice conjunction. This is how you build your funnel. So, oh, Rob, your membership needs upgraded.
On that note, we're not distributors here, so.
Yeah. So landing page feature has been used by one of our members. He created a number of new landing pages where basically you select a video, you type your call to action, and you generate this nice squeeze page. And then you can build a whole bunch of them and start linking them together to produce a funnel of information. Landing pages is a very powerful feature to build out your sales funnel and moving people towards other assets in EWS, like the eco website, because they indicated they're interested in the eco side of things, or business website because they're like the opportunity. Landing pages is going to help everybody do that. So like I said, it's still in beta. Early beta, so we're still working on it, but if you want in on a beta, let us know. It is in full functioning form. It's being used right now. So these are kind of the new features that we're really focused on implementing. A new one that's coming very soon is a whole new task manager. We're going to be calling it Task Calendar, the new version of it. And it's a whole new interface that makes it very easy to manage your contacts, but here's what really makes it special. I'm sorry, not your contacts, but it makes you easy to manage your schedule. But here's what's going to make it special is when we release the new website, the new E5 that we're calling the Opportunity website. When that website is released, it's going to have a brand new feature in it called the Scheduler. So your E5 website, again, I wish I could actually show it right now, but on your new E5 website, people are going to be clicking a button that says, for example, register for your coaching consultation, right? So it's all opportunity-driven website funnel. And the whole point of it is to get people to schedule a call with you. So this whole new task calendar that we're coming out with, integrated with your mobile app, if you don't have it, you should, is going to be receiving people scheduling phone calls with you, follow-up phone calls, so that when you're on the go, your mobile app will ding off and say, hey, it's Bob's turn for his coaching call. Why don't you hop on the line with him, give him a call. You can just click a button to give Bob a call, and that's your follow-up. So the Opportunity website is going to be very well focused around filling your schedule with prospects who want to actually talk about the opportunity. So there's a lot of new features coming down the pike right now. There's a lot that's already been released. So definitely tune in and watch our news blog. We always put the information out there and in the mobile app. Definitely take advantage of the social campaign system and the upcoming landing pages. These are game-changing new features that everybody will want to leverage.
Wow. Can I ask a question here, Rob and Darryl?
Sure.
I don't know who's that answer. Will you be maybe doing webinars for this purpose? I mean, there are many people who are techno savvy, but there are a lot of people like me who would need a little bit more help in understanding all that and maneuvering. Are there webinars maybe in the future where we can sign up?
Yes, we have. We've been focused on right now developing help files while we're fleshing out our features. So there's a lot of help that's built right into the system that can guide people. Once we're past some of these humps, when we get landing pages out and the task calendar out, then we're going to be launching a series of webinars that do training on each one and helping to teach people the thought process, how to effectively leverage EWS and building your database and maximizing your time and your follow-up.
That's great. Thank you.
Amy, I'd like to add something if you don't mind. We no longer have a referral program. We got rid of that a few years back. So people ask, what's the value of EWS? What's the value of having my whole team on EWS? The value is I can teach one of you or all of you the same thing, and then you can feed off that as well. So I don't mind getting on Zoom calls like this and really going through like a Q&A session, teaching your whole group since you're all on the same program. So that's one way. Jeff and I can actually create targeted videos for you. Let's say you call up and say, hey, how do you do this? Jeff or I both can just go on there and make you a minute video that shows you exactly how to do that. So that way you're not combing through an hour of video or 40 minutes of video to find out how to do one exact thing. We'll show you how to do it just by we film it real quick and then give you a link.
Yeah, there's always one-on-one training available for people as well.
So you're saying we could host a Zoom with our team and you guys will come and speak with us?
Yeah, anytime. Yeah, just give us a little bit of notice, just like you did this time. The more the merrier, because that way, you know, I usually like to keep them within 30 minutes of time because, you know, you start forgetting stuff we dealt with to begin with. But if you got a whole group, you can go a lot longer because, you know, people are going to remember.
I need
apologize, Rob. We were supposed to introduce you properly, Rob. You are our main speaker, and you kind of just squeeze in, and here you are. So, guys and gals, Rob Miller, our main speaker, with Darryl, of course.
Jeff's on here too, but he's being real quiet.
Oh, so Jeff, you need to say something so we meet you.
You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. That was so visually helpful because, again, my majority of my demographics are non-speaking English or even reading. So visually, just to even have this opportunity to see it helps us with, you know, navigating the website a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I actually had a few questions for Rob now that he's on, and you guys pretty much covered it all already. Free website for those who are just beginning, you know, who have no membership yet. That's one. I know that we have that, but they have a certain access. Will you please elaborate on that, Rob? Echo site. Oops, sorry.
Yeah, we do give you a free demo site for anybody that creates an account. Everybody gets it. That's what's on there. It normally comes with our 9.5 Kangen demo video that's on it. That comes by default. Now, if you upgrade to any of the paid memberships, you are able to go in and change any of the videos that are on it to something different. If you have a different preference, you can go in and change that.
Got it.
Yeah. I need help.
I have a question for you.
I need help for the website and everything, all those information.
Yeah, we're more than welcome to help with anything you need help with. Is there a particular question, or you just want to get some one-on-one training? We can get scheduled.
Yeah, for me, it's to create a website, to know how to use it, all those information, because like, you know, I've been doing things on my own, and then I want to know how I can do that like online, like you have explained, and I can also help my team as well, because I've got my team are growing, so they would like to learn more. Some of them have joined there with me, and we would like to know more about it. We need more training. That's what we need help.
Well, we're always glad to help at any time. It's just give us a couple of days notice, maybe. You know, some days are worse than others. Like Monday, we're not open on the weekend, so Mondays might not be as good. But you can schedule training with us at any time, whether it's one-on-one training or a group. We're more than happy to help.
Okay. Are we gonna contact you through Kami, or you have a personal contact? We can.
No, you can come right to our chat, just over here in your back office. You'll see where it says training support, and you'll see where it says support, and you can send us a message. You can send us an email, or you can just start a chat with us, and we'll set that up with you.
That was for you, Lydia, sis.
I have a question. This is Christine.
Hi, Christine.
Can you briefly, hi, Rod, great to talk with you again. Can you just briefly talk about the Mobi app, and also for someone getting Mobi app for the first time, can they take all of their contacts in their cell phone and just somehow transfer them all over? They have to be all hand manually put in.
Darryl, you want to work this one?
Yeah, sure. So Enagic Mobi it's a free mobile app. Even for members that haven't upgraded their EWS, if they have the free account with EWS, they can still get the app. There's some very useful features that help new beginners to the business get moving. The mobile app gives you access to your contact database. It gives you great notifications. It's kind of a really important feature of having Mobi on your phone. Is anytime somebody's on your website and requesting information, you want to know immediately so that you can respond to people while they're hot, right? While they're asking that question, you want to be able to respond very quickly. You don't want to wait until you go and check your mail. So if you have Mobi and somebody actually submits a question on your website, you get it directly to your phone immediately. So it's a very important tool for managing your business, a lot just for the notifications, but also when you do call somebody, you can open up Mobi and edit the contact and input notes and group the contact and start managing your database a little bit better. Or even if you're on a call and the person says, I really would like to know more about the eco side of this, Mobi has, just in a few clicks, you can send them the eco ebook. And then, while you're on the phone with them, they receive the ebook via email. So it's a very convenient way to send videos, to send newsletters, information, custom emails that you wrote. And of course, all of the ordering features that are built into Mobi as well. So if you're working with somebody and you're ready to place the order, you can use the ordering system to book your order entirely online. So to the question of contacts, we don't actually allow a direct import of contacts just to avoid abuse situations, because we have several mail servers, and those mail servers we have to maintain a reputation on to make sure that we're not spamming people, so that everybody's mail is getting delivered in the highest ratio. So we're very protective over of what can be imported, but it can be. It just doesn't. It's not as easy as clicking on your phone and transferring in. What you can do is generate an export of your contacts, or if you have another kind of database, you can generate an export, and then you use this back office tool to send us a message, attach the file, let us know that you want to import those contacts. And then we'll do a little bit of investigation just to make sure that the list is not something that purchased from some spam house, whatever. And once we've confirmed your list is good, we'll import it. So there are ways to get your contacts into EWS. You just have to work with us directly on the matter, and we can import it.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
May I ask a question, please? Can you please explain to me about the online purchase financing? How does that work compared to the paper form, please?
Sure. So, okay, what we have right now, what is currently live for US and Canada sales, is you could do it through your website. So somebody can land on your website and just go straight through the process and end up purchasing a machine. And then if you have the mobile app, you'll get a notification on your phone saying this person just purchased, or you'll get emails, right? So that's the website e-commerce. Now there's also the mobile app system. The mobile app system allows you to pre-fill order data, save it for use later to make it easier to book the order later. It allows you to pre-fill all the data you have, and then you can send the order off to your customer and they can complete it just by making agreements and then putting in their credit card info. So it's a system that really simplifies the entire process for full pay orders. Now, right now, there is no online financing. So the system, both websites and the mobile app, are for full pay customers. Now, online financing has been one of those things that we've been fighting to get for many years. And we were recently approved. We were approved last year to move forward with that project. And we did develop everything that is needed. Right now, it's just going through some shifts and changes as we're actually shifting gears, and we're going to be, Enagic is relaunching their entire e-commerce platform. So you're going to see enagic.com/shop completely change probably around mid-March. That's kind of the target that all the dev teams have in mind right now. But it's in active use right now, internal to Enagic. They're training their staff, getting prepared for this whole new e-commerce system. And when that launches, we'll have full online financing. It's just like the death of forms. So all online financing, full orders, everything will be online, smooth, and ready to go. And this is also the new platform that is getting launched is the global platform. So USA is kind of becoming like the testing ground for all of the newest features, its integrations with your EWS account. And once we stabilize that new platform in the USA, it'll move into Canada, and then it moves around the world a lot more easily. So this will become the great platform that equalizes the whole world and really enables you to take your business global without having to fumble with which office do I call, which forms do I use, et cetera, et cetera. This will actually have everything integrated to your EWS, and booking an order for any part of the world will be really quite a simple process from there moving forward. So we're really on a very good path, a good development path to produce that new e-commerce system. Online financing will become a reality. It is. I've seen it. It's working now, but it takes a little while to get through all of the rest of the kinks and train all the staff. So we have to keep our patience just a little bit longer, but it is a reality. We're finally going to have it, everything digital.
Darryl, can you clarify something for me, please?
Sure.
So I'm fortunate to be just 3 miles away from the Seattle branch office. So whenever I put an order in, I just email it in and I just drive over 15 minutes later and pick up a machine. But when we have international, or actually let's not cover that yet because we do that too, but within the United States, whenever I have an order pre-COVID, it would just go straight to that local office. They'd process it and ship it. But now with a lot of representatives working from home, what I've been doing is I've been sending it to the GOC in Japan for faster processing immediately. Then they send it to the local office for them to process their credit card information in the US. Mm-hmm. But Japan puts it into the system. So if we use the Mobi app and it's under our right identity, under our right, the proper business center that we're building under, will it expedite things the same way as if I'm sending it to the GOC in Japan?
You're talking about current day or future day? Because it is a little bit different. You're talking about right now?
Yeah, like if I'm putting an order, I'm in Seattle and I'm putting an order in for Arizona. Would I still send it just a paper form to the GOC if it's been a DocuSign signed by both parties in different states? Or by using the Mobi app or the order online with enagic.com, we wouldn't need signatures. But tell us about the turnaround and how fast they'll get an ID number if they have an instant buyer right behind them.
The ID number will always be faster with the GOC. That's why they produced it. In the future,
Yeah.
that'll change with the new
Okay.
e-commerce system. It'll be instantaneous with the e-commerce system. So they created that workaround in Japan because they wanted the data to get more quickly into the system for those buyers. So if your main concern is getting the distributor ID as soon as possible, then I think Japan's probably still your best bet. What actually
Okay.
happens when you use your website or you use Mobi is the order gets booked directly into the e-commerce platform, and depending on where you're shipping the product, it appears on the screen of that office. So
Okay.
when the office logs into the system to process their orders, it's right there in their list, and they just go down through their list of orders that were placed in their region, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the person. What they usually do is they're processing the order, and they're prioritizing the customer, and then they're inputting the data from the e-commerce system into the Japan system.
Okay.
So that's why there's a bit of a little bit more of a delay when you go directly with the e-commerce platform, because
Right.
the person has to actually go re-input. Whereas if you go straight to Japan, it's getting straight in, and then
Right.
the
Okay.
delay is on the shipping of the product, right? So it's like a
Mm-hmm.
reverse of the delay.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying.
Yep.
How do we book an appointment with you, Darryl, or Rob specific for additional teaching with our groups and teams on our own platforms and Zooms?
Just hop right into our chat on anagicwebsystem.com or in your back office, or you can even
Okay.
chat us from the mobile app.
Okay.
There's a button in there for it, and just describe what you want to do, what the topics is you want to cover,
Okay.
and give us maybe a few days or time slots or something that works well for you, and then we get back to you with the schedule. So
Fabulous.
it's really straightforward, very easy.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I did. Message them on the chat board.
She wasn't very nice about it, though. We'll do this.
Could I ask
I
a
twisted
question?
your arm, right?
Could I ask a question?
Sure.
I'm sorry, I put it in the chat. I don't think it got addressed. And maybe you can just clarify. I was told, Dr. Shenya,
Right.
written all the books. I was told that I could never post anything to do with him in relation to Kangen water because they didn't support his book and stuff. So I haven't been yet. When I use my demo from the back office with the one that you get generically, when she's doing the tests, she talks about him. So I'm a little confused.
Well, I think part of the problem actually came about when people were kind of taking Dr. Shenya a little too far in their marketing, saying like, look, this is going to cure you of everything. Look at Dr. Shenya. And it became a problem. And Enagic really is very cautious anytime the word doctor is mentioned at all, right? They want to stay very clean and very, far away from that. So the easiest route is to just tell people don't do it. And don't talk about it, because it's hard to say, like make a document and say, well, this is what you can say, and this is what you can't say about this and that, because in the end, that changes frequently. Compliance is always changing and it's shifting. So with Enagic Web System, every bit of our material is passed through a process internally with Enagic and compliance and legal, and they're the ones that approve it. And they feel we can get a little bit more leeway than distributors can independently, like on their social, just because they have control over the content. So when something changes and they needed to change online right now immediately, they get a hold of us and it's done instantaneously. So, they're very cautious. Even if you go and look at the policies and procedures, it's pretty strict. It tells you cannot produce any kind of advertising or marketing using the brand names at all, which it's a very strict policy that naturally a lot of people don't adhere to so religiously. But it's what helps keep Enagic safe, the fact that they do have those policies. So EWS will always have a little bit more latitude because they have full control over the content than independent distributors will in their efforts to do their promotions. So if you are doing something, it's always best to use the content and the promotions that EWS has created for you. And also, of course, if your team has an angle that they would like to leverage, but it's not an official part of Enagic content, you can always get a hold of us, lay it out for us, and we can see about getting it approved. So we can go through our process to get this as official content. The only difference is there is that if it is approved, it's approved for general use of public. So everybody will be able to use it at that point. But if we make it official, then you guys don't even have to be worried about it. So always, if you guys have those kind of angles, work with our staff, give us your information, and we always, that's how a lot of our content has grown, is through organically through distributors who really wanted to leverage a particular angle, and we helped to make that happen.
Okay, so does that apply for, like, when we find, there's so much stuff that you can find to show people when you're doing Zooms and stuff like that. And there's one particular, I don't know, like Dr. John Gray, for instance, he talks about molecular hydrogen. He doesn't mention Kangen, he doesn't mention anything else. Would that be construed as not being compliant, or?
It's non-compliant when it's because it hasn't passed Enagic's compliance. So not necessarily the information is, but it's never been reviewed. So therefore it is non-compliant. But you're not using Enagic's brand names. It has nothing to do with Enagic. So you're just having your own talk out there. As long as you're not wrapping it all up and bringing it back into, like, and this is why we're giving you Kangen water, then, if it's not about the brand, then you're having a call about whatever topic you're having a call about, and doctors can go and talk about whatever they want. So it's independent from Enagic. Yeah, I mean, if you're linking it to the brand at all, then if it doesn't pass compliance, then it's non-compliant, which is why Enagic says it's EWS that is compliance, because we've obviously passed everything through them.
So if I have this video, it's 13 minutes long, I could send it to you and you could see if it could get officially approved?
Yeah, I can test. Depending upon what it is, usually if it's just a doctor talking about something, Enagic can't approve it, because if they did, usually those doctors want paid, right? So if Enagic says, yes, you can use this for marketing our brand, then that becomes a problem. And the lawyers of the doctor contact Enagic and say, where's my money? So in a lot of cases, those cannot be approved, just because we can't use somebody else's a doctor's statement like that without there being some sort of relationship there. So it depends on the video content, but we're very adept at looking those things over and helping people, vet them.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You don't have a video independent on molecular hydrogen, do you, in all this?
No, Enagic hasn't yet approved any marketing material specifically focused around that phrase.
Okay.
I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, my name's Darryl. So Darryl, the same name as you.
I was wondering who was chatting in my name. I'm like, that ain't me.
Yeah.
It looks like it would be me, but it's not me.
Yeah, it's me, Darryl Baharo. So
Okay.
I'm a new distributor, and this is the one of the challenges that I face with. So when I tell them about the product, like the company, on my pitching, so people would I think would go and Google first, because that's a common thing when you sell. So they Google first, and the first thing that they see is like a bad publicity on the first page about either Enagic or the machine itself, that it's so high and it's being marketed